Hello, everybody, and welcome to our last spoiler for the Scarlet Keys, which should mean, fingers crossed, that the box is going to be in our hands soonish. Yeah. We know, before anyone in the comments asks, we have no idea. We got the cards, and they said, do this on these days, and we said, double thumbs up. But you're not here to talk about that. You're here to actually see what our spoiler card is. And this one's we're gonna have a little bit in-depth discussion about it, just because we're gonna also talk about a certain investigator that also recently got spoiled. But our card is called Surgical Kit. This is a 2-cost, 3-experience seeker asset that commits for a book and a book. It's an item, a tool, and a science. It uses 4 supplies, and as a reaction, when one of your card effects heals damage from an investigator, spend a supply. Either that effect heals 1 additional damage, or you draw a card and heal a horror. As a double action, you can heal 3 damage from an investigator or ally asset at your location. So this, before we get in, we're going to just look at Mr. Vincent Lee over here. Russ, I was told not to cover you, so...
Where are you going, Russ?
So Vincent Lee, after one of your card effects heals damage from an investigator or an investigator's ally asset, add one of your set aside on the mend skills to that investigator's hand. On the mend is an unexpected courage that if for any reason it's discarded, it goes back to out of play in Vincent Lee's area. So, first off, I also have a slideshow of a bunch of cards that heal damage that we can also look through and see how much better they get when they either heal an additional damage or also now just draw a card and heal a horror. Because to me, the exciting part of the card is that reaction ability. That's just a juicy effect.
I like to be able to heal damage from allies.
The 3's a lot to heal from
an ally.
Yeah.
From a B cop.
Regency back up?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I know, right? It's got a 4 on it.
Yeah.
It does.
It can survive.
Yeah, and then also Vincent Lee also has his personal weakness is someone that has comes in with a bunch of damage on them and you need to fully heal them.
Or not.
Or not. You can just let them die
Yes.
and just take the trauma.
Yes.
And then I actually can get that card on screen as well. Don't replace that one. And this obviously helps with that. But I do kind of like the this guy right here. Oh my god, he's not even on the screen. This guy. I'm gonna cover Travis
That's
with it.
fine.
Yeah. So he comes in with 3 damage, which is conveniently the amount that your surgical kit does heal. And it now, basically any effect that also heals damage, also now either drawing a card and healing a horror or gaining an additional damage heal, puts them up in value. So I have a slideshow of all the ones that I could find. And we can see if they make any of them more appealing. I mean, it means, you need to have another card for them to actually, do things.
This one's still bad.
Yeah, medical tech's still not great with what we have going on here. The number 2 one, I never have played, this is one of the cards that I always forget exists.
Yeah,
the level
I think
2.
this one's okay.
Yeah. So, I think just turning all heal damage to also heal horror is just a little bit spicy.
Yeah.
Emergency aid.
Still kind of bad.
Yeah.
I like this card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you do one thing to be aware of with Surgical Kit, if you do heal an ally, the reaction effect does not trigger. So just be aware of that. It's only when it's from an investigator is healed. But still, as Travis was saying, healing allies is a very powerful effect. So even if you don't get the value of this, you're going to find it somewhere. And then obviously with Vincent Lee, you stack it even further. Russ, are you mad we're looking at the screen? It's going to be hard for me to read these cards with you standing literally in front of it. Second Wind. So now you could heal 2 damage if you draw Treachery, and then also replace it and heal a horror.
It does replace itself.
It replaces itself +1 then.
Yeah, so it's like a 1 draw 2.
Yeah.
I think this card's
but also
good.
Heal 3.
Yeah, good with Surgical Kit, but I also don't think I'd play it in Vincent Lee.
The Second Wind?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I because he's more about other people. He gets Vincent Lee, all he really needs to get going is if he gets a Jessica Hyde in play, right? Because then it's just he just gives himself an on the mend every
Just
turn.
cruising.
Yeah. But I think it's
Cruising around with 4 punch. Like, it fixed your broken leg. Now pay.
yeah.
I'll break it again.
I do think that with Vincent Lee, you're looking for things that heal your other people. Howl a soothing melody with this
that
one.
seems nuts.
Yeah. So it's
Like heal 3, draw 2, 0 cost.
yeah.
Can he play Soothing Melody?
No,
Or
he can't.
He can't play Hallowed Mirror?
I have his back.
I mean, like, he can, but not because he heals damage.
Yeah, it's part of his
Extra blue stuff.
yeah. So his back of the card is he gets his Carolyn splash of 15 other survivor, or it's Guardian and Survivor 0 to 1.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you can get that one. But I mean, like, realistically, there's probably pieces. Like, I don't know if it's going to be, like, Vincent Lee is going to be the best at it, but do we think there's going to be also, like, seeker support healing outside of it just because of Surgical Kit, or do we think this is only going to live in Vincent Lee?
It's probably just going to live Vincent Lee.
Yeah, probably. At least for what's showing. It could, like, if it's a science, you could see maybe if when Kate Winthrop comes out, she can do something
It
with
is a
it.
tool for, like, what's-her-face.
Kimani?
Yeah. But, why would you play this in them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you can.
Yeah, but you could on the back of the card. Nothing's stopping you.
Yeah.
Thermos?
I play this card sometimes if I've accumulated too much trauma to do my job.
It's true. Are we going to see it in Dark Matter coming up soon, maybe?
No. I don't have money to pay for soup.
That's true. Yeah, soup's much too pricey.
I gotta pay for the hammer and
Yeah. Healing words. This one is like not for like. I mean, though Vincent Lee can run this one. Could be a way. I don't know if it's like, but still now this is healing to damage and horror. I still think it's pretty low value, but
Yep.
yeah. Spirit of Humanity. I think of it like a curse. A curse build.
Yeah, it's kind
Like
of
you focus on the curse part of it, and then now it's like healing an additional horror, drawing a card, or healing additional damage.
Yeah, with all the yellow curse stuff.
Yeah, that could be a
might be
cool thing.
neat.
Yeah. Bandages.
card's nuts.
So I think actually bandages is probably the best thing to do with Surgical Kit.
Yeah, that makes sense. It actually does come in the Surgical Kit.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it all checks out. Just like now you take a damage and you're like, I'll heal 2 damage, or like I'll heal also a horror while this is happening and draw a card. Seems kind of nice.
It does seem real good. This card also seems very strong for dealing with the Edge of the Earth weaknesses.
Yep.
Because you now no longer actually need other effects, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can just fix it.
Yeah, you treat it like a double action weakness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then also
it doesn't even matter which one it is, because if it requires you to heal horror, you're just like, cool, I'll draw a card out. So,
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, heal 3 damage.
See you,
get rid of
see
it
you
and also
later.
draw a card. Yeah.
You can even heal somebody else and get rid of it.
Grimm's Fairy Tales.
Hell yeah.
Horror?
This does
What did
not
this
work.
get in here for, past Justin? What the fuck?
Yeah.
That wasn't even on purpose.
No matter what you do, Grimm's Fairy Tales will always surprise you in a negative way.
So even if this card did heal damage, it would still be that, Justin.
I searched heal. That's what happened. I searched heal, and I missed all of them, but for some reason I saw Grimm's Fairy Tales. Like, oh, Travis is gonna hate that this is here.
You just put it in anyway without thinking about it.
Yeah, because I didn't read the card. I was like, it's
Yeah, why would you read it? Like,
It's bad.
it's just bad.
yeah. Why was I thinking that a fairy tale would stop damage? Medical student.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, pretty nice. I mean, like, it shouldn't be a surprise that, like, good cards get gooder, right?
Better.
Like, no,
Good.
more gooder. They do weller. Is that it?
Nope.
The way
Superman does gooder.
Yeah.
These cards get weller.
yeah, that's how it works. Yeah. So medical student and surgical kit is a very weller combo, and earthly serenity now just more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one I was thinking, like, with, like, if you're doing, like, the Curse Bless, it could, like, turn into this. It's a thing I was just thinking when I was looking at it. I still don't think it's good, but, like, with, if you're doing Spirit of Humanity, like, that's something you could definitely explore with this. And then also this one, if you're doing, like, a synergy thing, which this guy will probably be able to do, Surgical Kit can just make this more weller as well.
It does technically heal damage.
It does, yeah. It technically does do it.
Yeah, which you can't. I mean, like, you wouldn't be able to include it otherwise because it's neutral.
Yeah, and those are used by only a specific set, like Charlie
like
Kane and Lola Hayes.
Charlie Kane and Lola Hayes.
Yeah, no one else can run
those.
the the neutral cards.
Probably.
Did
I don't look at the backside of investigators. So.
I was wondering where the hell first aid was, because I was like, I remember putting this on here, but I was like, where did it go? And this one obviously too, like the So like with this, obviously the nice part about First Aid 3 is the fact that you can heal ally assets, and that also like it's not as tempo negative. But then just if you have First Aid and Surgical Kit, they just, you know, it gets gooder.
Just gets gooder. Yeah.
I think that's it for those. Back to medical text.
So Travis, to answer your previous question about why you might want to include this card in Kamani, green cards give you extra actions like it is candy.
Mm-hmm.
This costs 2 actions. 2 actions is a lesser percentage of the 4 or 5 actions that you might be able to take.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's...
Is
Wouldn't you rather just spend your 3 experience on, like, a good green card, though?
Probably, but, like, we're not talking about that.
Yeah.
We're discussing the corner case where you might want to take this in Kamani.
Can Kamani play 3 or 4 tools?
I think it's 4.
I think it's 4, but I actually can't.
So you would, assuming it's 4, you'd rather spend your 2 actions healing 3 damage from an investigator ally asset at your location rather than chainsawing something twice?
Yes.
They're both kind of surgical kits.
It is both some sort of method of surgery. That is true.
Yeah.
And there's like no... So like also like if you look at like Keimani, are there any green allies that care about damage on them?
No.
No. I mean, like, this is a big what if that we're currently exploring,
no, like,
but
this
still.
This is definitely, like, part of a support kit for a different investigator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who is playing allies that care about their health total, because otherwise this is probably not great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were gonna, like, we joked in a video previously how we were gonna make a clickbait title video where be like, Arkham healing gotten too good, ?
Yeah.
I do think, though, that the healing has gotten much better. The positive is that it makes it so that now, like, feasibly, you actually probably could build a support thing, like a flex support, much easier now with these tools.
Yep.
The downside, I do think, is that it's become a lot harder to die. And I think, like, 3 damage for a double action is, like, you're not going to do it often, right? At least not for an ally. But it means that if you do it once, if someone was about to die, basically it's like getting rid of a basic weakness that says you are more likely to die next turn, right? Like, it's a big chunk of healing.
Yeah, you don't really get chunked by, like, grasping hands for 3 anymore very often.
Yeah.
You quite often take, like, 1 or 2 points, so healing, like, 3 is worth 1 to 3 Mythos cards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's kind of wild.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's, like, fair, because, like, I look at that double action, and I don't think I ever want to use it on an investigator, right? Like...
Yeah, I mean, it's double action. The card itself costs 3. You have to pull it out of your deck.
Yeah, so I think it's, like, I think it's going to have a good home, especially in Vincent Lee, because you're going to want to be doing damage anyway, and then also, like, basically giving someone 2 cards, 1 on the mend, 1 from their deck in a horror, is really nice, like... a positive swing of resources. Like, it's really nice. Yeah. All right. Well, in the comments, you should let us know what your vision for the Keimani surgical kit deck is. We would love to know what you're thinking. And then otherwise, we're very excited to see the last few spoilers come out for Scarlet Keys. And we'll be back soon with another Arkham Horror video. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. And as always, GG's.